Welcome back, everybody. We got a next episode here. This one probably be short. What I'm doing today is I have the glass guy coming. I'm gonna take out this rear glass and put it into this car. This one has some old tint on it, and it's pretty bad shape, bubbling up and stuff, and it's next to impossible to remove that that tint without messing up the defogger. And I mean, since I got it in the other car and it's so nice, that's what I'm gonna do. So another thing I decided to do, I'm gonna replace the body mounts. So this, while everything's light, I'm gonna jack the body off the frame, and I have these stainless steel brake lines I ordered, and that's gonna be a lot easier to do with the body off. These lines, there's one line that's been cut and patched, and then these are kind of mangled a little bit. You know, they're not so nice. So that's what's happening. The body mounts haven't arrived yet, but that frame off should maybe kick off next week when I have everything ready. So I'll be moving this car out of the way, put it up on the lift, and then lift the body up, and then roll the frame out. I'm trying to think of some other things I could do. I'll probably wire brush, the whole frame and inspect it, make sure there's no trouble spots. So, all right. So when removing this rear panel, you have to remove this rear panel for the glass. These are 7mm bolts, and there's 3 of them that go across. So if you have to worry about the finish of your car, you're gonna wanna, I would tape up here all these seams, and I would put some wide tape all the way across. Some of that 3 or 4 inch, or just multiple layers of masking tape. You could even tape the edge, of the trunk lid going across. But since I don't have to worry about that, on the other car I do, so this one I won't. And then there's some plastic clips under here, some more famous brittle clips. So we'll see what those things look like in a second. So I got those little 7mm screws out, and if you see, there's a little plastic washer on there, and that keeps this one's missing it, probably broke, but you see these have little nylon, and that keeps the finish from getting scratched off and causing rust back there, because that's a high moisture area. Okay, so I removed that panel. I did it by myself. And it basically goes this way, and then you could pull it out. I would recommend having 2 people to do this if you want to prevent scratching. You definitely want to tape off over here because it comes out. You want to tape off over here. So now under these clips, these are holding down. I don't know if these are in good shape or not, but there's another nut, looks like 10mm, that hold these down, also holds the glass. So then when you get that off, you could take these trims off. Usually just these pop, but there's a release on these. It's similar to the ones on the windshield, so we'll look at that. And here's a close-up of these clips. Some of these are metal, but if you use a tool, I like to use a pick. You could, when they clip in, you could just press on them. Okay, take some, see if I could get a shot of me doing that. Okay, so I had this rear one has 2 clips, and what you want to do is go in, you find the clip, and then you're going to give it a slight pull. So you pull out. This one's a little stubborn. I got the top one released. This one, bottom one's a little stubborn. I'm gonna be careful. There we go. This one was metal. So the metal ones are a lot less friendly. So there's a metal one down here, plastic one. The plastic ones are a lot easier. I don't like the metal ones because if you ever dealt with an older vehicle, they rust. So they're less flexible too. But what you're gonna do is you're trying to get in there and pull. Okay. See, one of these is missing. There's supposed to be 3. Let's go over to the other side. Yeah, so this side came off a lot easier, but it's supposed to have 3 clips. There's a, I don't know if we can see that little T right here. That's where these, and I got some of these clips. These aren't like rare items. And this is for both the windshield molding and the rear glass molding. Okay, moving to the front glass, I'm reusing this trim. Let's see, because it's better. Sorry about the reflection, but I'm reusing this trim, and I'm gonna also reuse this because this one's in better shape. These are nice to have if you're ever doing something. Don't delete it. This helps keep the water from coming inside the cowl area. Good to have. Another nice thing to look for originality on any G body. So I'm gonna take these wipers off, and then there's some 7mm going all the way across. When I get this, wipers come off easy. I'll show you real quick. Okay, here's the wiper arm base, and get ready for extreme close-up, but this pulls out. See, that comes right out, and then you work it. Sometimes these could be stubborn too. All right, and I need a better pry bar. The camera's a little too close. Sometimes these can be frozen on there pretty good. It's coming now. I don't wanna. There are splines in there. make sure it pops out. Let's take a look at that. So there's the splines. Sometimes they get damaged if this thing has been taken on and off, and that one you can see a little bit of shine, but that's what the base looks like. But yeah, so that just locks it in, and that pulls out. That pushes in, pulls out. All right.